Buenos dias, y'all. RGT85 here. Hope everyone is having a great day. I'm having a great day because the Knicks won last night, which is actually tonight, but I'm filming this video at night because I'm excited and I currently cannot sleep. But there's a lot of video game news to talk about today, a lot of stuff that I want to go over. So if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, be sure to like and share the video. But without any further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the world of video games. And we're going to start things off with a pretty big announcement that actually didn't make the headline of this video, but it's something I want to talk about, and that is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Now, ever since this game was unveiled, I have been into this game. I think this game looks super cool. I love the whole Breath of the Wild moment for Kirby, and I don't mean Breath of the Wild in terms of gameplay because, you know, the areas that you're visiting in kind of reminded some people of The Last of Us more so. I just mean the coming of age into the modern era of Kirby. You know, this whole sort of deviation from the traditional Kirby games that you and I are pretty much accustomed to, which, you know, the better games in the franchise have always been the 2D side-scrolling games. They've tried some 3D stuff in the past. Some of it worked, some of it didn't, but this game just looks absolutely awesome. They got a brand new trailer for this game that dropped yesterday, and it showed lots of new details that are going to be in this game. And really, all this did was make me more excited for this game because it seems like there's going to be a lot of gameplay here. I just hope that there's going to be a good challenge in the game because we all know that Kirby games tend to be on a bit of the easier side, which is weird because the old Kirby games used to be pretty hard, like a Donkey Kong Country style game. We got to look at some of the new abilities. Kirby's got a gun. Kirby's got a gun. Like, that's freaking cool. Like Grand Theft Auto Kirby edition, I would be down for that. And one of the main things that they showcased was actually a local co-op mode where you and a friend can play the game synchronously and play the game together and have fun together. So I think this game, it really looks like a big win. This is something I've really been looking forward to, and it seems like the wait isn't going to be all that long with that quick turnaround time that we sometimes see from Nintendo when they announce a new game. The release date for Kirby and the Forgotten Land will be March 25th. So, you know, about 2 months away now, you know, a little over 2 months away. And I think that's a very good time to release that game. And it's going to be very cool to see how this game actually does in terms of things like sales and stuff like that, because I really feel like the gameplay that we've seen so far makes it very unique. It makes it very exciting and makes it very different than previous Kirby games because you're not restricted on this 2D plane anymore. It looks like these large open areas, similar to something like Super Mario Odyssey, are more prevalent in this game. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land comes out on March 25th. I might do a more of a deep dive video on this subject later on in the week, probably around the weekend or something, because I kind of want to explore all the different things that we've actually seen in this trailer and how they will come to fruition in the actual game. But I'm loving what I'm seeing from this game. I can't wait to learn more about it, and honestly, I cannot wait to play this game. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Is this a game you're going to pick up on day one, or are you going to wait for reviews? Because, I mean, I'll review it. Next up, it looks like a big change is coming to the PlayStation 5 and potentially the PlayStation 4 with some new information that's been circulating around. Now, we haven't talked a lot about the PlayStation 5 on this channel lately because I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Since I moved, it's been sitting in a box. I was not interested in Deathloop. I already beat Ratchet and Clank. I'm not really interested in Returnal. I'm waiting for games like Horizon to come out so that I could take it out of its box and play them. When it comes to third-party games, I usually play them on my Xbox Series X just because that's what I have set up. But that doesn't mean that there's not still interesting things that have been happening with the PlayStation brand, because the PlayStation 5 is still selling extremely well. It's sold out in a lot of places. Sony actually has said that they're going to increase production of the PlayStation 4 and release more PlayStation 4s because people are having such a hard time getting their hands on the PlayStation 5. But one area of the service that I feel like Xbox completely dominates PlayStation in, which is not exclusive games, because let's be realistic, that's why we buy PlayStation consoles, for those exclusive games, is however on the online side of things, as far as the amount of stuff you get with it. Now, a month ago, there was rumors of a new PlayStation thing called PlayStation Spartacus, which is essentially their answer to what Xbox is doing with Game Pass. Lots of people have talked about this. I think we might have talked about this on the channel, but it seems like something very interesting. But now we're actually starting to see, I guess things maybe go into a bit of motion with this, because there was an interesting discovery made yesterday about PlayStation Now cards being available in the UK and pretty much worldwide. Now, PlayStation Now is of course a different thing than what you have with PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus is the basic online service where you play your games online, you do all that sort of stuff. You also get freebies on there as well from PlayStation. But PlayStation Now is a separate entity where you have streaming of retro games available. Now, there's been lots of rumors that PlayStation Now was going to be molded into PlayStation Plus, and then PlayStation Plus would also include this Spartacus thing, but we hadn't really seen anything happen until now with this, because over in the UK, Game, which is the largest retailer of video games in the UK, actually had an internal memo that starting on Wednesday, January 19th, they're supposed to remove all PlayStation Now cards for sale from the stores, pretty much showcasing the end of PlayStation Now, because if you can't, get the cards or whatever, the only way to get it is through the system itself. But if you're getting rid of the cards, you got to be getting rid of the cards for some reason. And PlayStation Now is something that has actually come a long way. When I first played it back on my PlayStation 4, it sucked. There was so much latency. I remember trying to play like Ultra Street Fighter 4 on there, and it was just crap on a stick. Like, it did not work well, but they've done a lot of things to improve upon it. Now you can actually download games directly onto your system, which a lot of people don't know, but it's a great way to experience PlayStation retro games. But if they're getting rid of PlayStation Now cards, more than likely they are getting rid of PlayStation Now in the near future and probably molding it into PlayStation Plus, which makes a lot of sense because these are two different entities and it can be very confusing for consumers. Do I need PlayStation Now? What is PlayStation Plus? This, that, and the other. Why not just make it one big thing? But how is this going to play in with PlayStation Spartacus, which is supposed to be like the Game Pass thing? I think that's where things are going to get very interesting, because I think PlayStation is essentially just going to offer a premium tier of PlayStation Plus, and you will get stuff like that Game Pass-esque service. I don't think it's going to be as robust as Game Pass is, but I think it's going to be pretty decent. So this is definitely something to keep your eye on. If you see these PlayStation Now cards leaving the shelves, then more than likely there's a reason behind it. And I really feel like the reason is you're about to get a premium PlayStation Now service that's going to be all-encompassing of this, and I think that would be really good for PlayStation owners. And finally, I am someone who doesn't really like the Nintendo Switch Online service, but I give credit where credit is due. Is there credit due with the N64 stuff right now? No, there is not. But one thing that Nintendo has been doing better, especially since like the latter half of 2021 and going into 2022, is something that I feel like they need to focus on, and that is the free game trials. Every time there's a free game trial, we talk about it on this channel, because I want you guys to have free games, especially when they're interesting games. Now, there's been some hits, there's been some misses, things like Among Us, that's a $5 game. It does not need a game trial. But when you see bigger Nintendo games go available on this, especially first-party games, that's where things get very interesting. And right now, well, actually, yeah, at the time of the upload of this video, because I'm uploading it at 10 a.m. Eastern time on the 13th, this game will be available with a complete free trial, meaning you could download the game and then pick it up at a discounted price after a week if you like it. But this game you can actually beat in a week, and it's an awesome game, and that is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Now, in my eShop sales video from a couple days ago, what did I say? I love Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and that stupid, annoying song that sounds like a little kid would play it to like wake up his parents. Like, if that song existed when I was a kid, I would wake my parents up with that. But like, just so obnoxious, but I don't know, that's exactly like something like Bart Simpson would do. And this game is going to be available for a free complete trial, meaning you could download the game. Of course, if you played this game on the Wii U, there's still reason to check out the Switch version because of the new the Super Mario Odyssey related content that was exclusive to this version of the game. Starting on January 13th at 10 a.m., you could download the full version of the game, and it will be ending on January 21st at 3 a.m. So you have a full week to check out this game, and honestly, you could beat this game a couple times over in a week. Like, even if you just play it for like an hour or two a day, you could beat this game in a week. And then, of course, if you want to pick it up, it's still going to be on sale for $27.99 like it is right now. This is an awesome game. I feel like so many people sleep on it because they look at it and they're kind of like, it looks kind of kiddie, well, whatever. I don't really want to play it. But as a puzzle game, the puzzle mechanics are so good, and I just really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed this game. The challenge is there, and some of the more higher up levels get more difficult, and they make you use your brain, be like, all right, well, how the hell do I get all these things? The new Super Mario Odyssey stuff that's added into this version of the game is absolutely awesome. So kudos, Nintendo. kudos. I'm giving you kudos because you're doing very good with the free game trials. Now just continue them. Continue the free game trials and continue to make the N64 online stuff better because, I mean, we still haven't heard about Banjo-Kazooie. It ain't coming out this week, more than likely, which means that's coming out next week, which means it's going to be over 40 days. We already made a video talking about this. I just don't like what they're doing with that, but I do like what they're doing with the game trials. Alrighty, so that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know what you think of everything in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. Dislike it if you want it. I don't really care. Share the video around if you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the secondary channel. I just uploaded some new heat on there talking about the best 8-bit fighting game of all time. And I mean, if you've ever played a lot of 8-bit fighting games, you will know what this game is because it definitely stands tall amongst the trees. But make sure you guys go check out that video. And as always, I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.